Well, now, my friends, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Welcome to Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. Let's put up that graphic. Since I have it, let's use it, shall we? Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. Purveyors of fine pop culture ephemera. Simulcast on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, bringing you the best and the coolest from the diamond, modern, copper, bronze, silver, and even the golden age of comics. You are watching episode number 451. And we present for your amusement and for your buying pleasure tonight's GEEKSGIVING Spectacular, our GEEKSGIVING Extravaganza. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is one of two great shows we're going to have. The other one is going to be on Black Friday. And we'll have a little bit of everything. We'll have buy it nows. We'll have comics. We'll have collectibles. We'll have auctions. We'll have make me an offers. Remember those? But tonight, everything is an auction. Everything starts at $1 opening bid. Everything starts at $1 opening bid. And I got to tell you this, at the end of the show, I'm taking names down for everybody who makes a purchase. Everybody who buys something receives one slot in our Wheel of Fortune, our Wheel of Collectability, our Wheel of Excitement. The wheel is going to give away a prize tonight. And I am going to let you guys know via Facebook and or Messenger who our winner is going to be. That's going to be a little bit after the show. But everybody is going to be entered for a freebie, and it's a nice freebie too. You guys will love it. I know you'll love it. So, why don't we get started? Everything is an auction. and everything starts at an opening bid of $1. So I'm going to put the first item up, and we will get this show on the road. Some of the books will be expensive, so I'm hoping some of these books will climb. Rob Friedrichs is with us, and so is Robert Kennedy. Hey guys, glad you guys could make it. We're going to do between 1 and 2 books for today's show at a time. Sometimes we'll do 1, then we'll do 2, we'll go back to 1, then we'll go back to 2. And it's great stuff. Let's get in closer, shall we? Oh, what a nice book this is. And we encourage multiple wins. By the way, each time you win an item tonight, each time you'll get an entry into our drawing. So the more you win, the more chances you will have to win the drawing. And what is going to be the drawing? Is it a collectible comic? Is it an action figure? Is it a toy? Is it a statue? You won't know until somebody wins, and I'll make everybody privy. All right, we're going to put up the stats for this item in the feed. This is a great Silver Age issue. Yes, I'm ready. Rob Friedrich. Let me just put this info in. And hey, Doug Wells, what's happening, dude? Here's what we got going. This is a Silver Age Marvel Comics auction. It is The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 63. Story by Stan Lee, art by John Romita Sr. and Don Heck, with inks by Mike Esposito. The cover is by John Romita Sr. This is a double Vulture appearance. The original, Vulture number 1, Adrian Toomes. That's the older looking guy. And this issue marks the 3rd appearance of Vulture number 2, Blackie Drago. This came out in August of 1968. The grade range is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint condition. Let me tell you, this book is at this grade. This book is at a $125 value. So let's see how this book climbs, shall we? The opening bid is $1. I sold a small collection today, so unlike my usual attitude, I actually have some hobby funds tonight. Oh, cool! What did you sell today, Rob? I'd love to know. It's too bad I found out after the fact. I could have bought some from you. Doug, you need to know that the opening bid is at $5. And that's what Rob Friedrich just put down a couple of minutes ago. So the bid to beat is $5. Hey, Doug Pettigrew, how are you? Welcome to the show. This is episode number 451 of Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. This is our Geeks Giving Spectacular. all of the comics, and I do mean all of the comics, no matter how old, no matter whether they're keys or not, and you'll see a couple of keys. These books all start at an opening bid of $1, no matter what their current value is in the condition they're in. This is The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 63. And I'm just like increasing my screen. There we go. So I can see everything. I want to see more. We're at $20 right now. Mostly 10-cent and 12-cent Mystery in Space. Oh man, I wish I'd have known. I would have gotten in on that, Rob. We're at $20, the high bid so far from Rob Friedrich for this issue. This is a double Vulture issue. This book, at its current condition, which is a grade range of 8.5 very fine plus to 9.0 very fine near mint, its current value is estimated at $125. So I'm waiting to see how this book will climb. And of course, just to let you guys know, there is a chance I could lose money on some of these books. But we shall see. It doesn't matter. I will accept whatever the high bids are on all books tonight. We're at $22 from Doug Pettigrew. This is a nice copy. This is a really nice copy. Coming up after this, I'm going to put up two books, one of which is Tomb of Dracula, number 7, and the other is The Warlord Annual, number 2. Those books are coming up next. Rob Friedrichs has a $30 bid. Just to keep you guys abreast of what's going on, I haven't hit my break-even point yet. But that's okay. I'm just throwing it out there. But I will sell these books tonight at whatever they close at, whether I lose money or not. Why? Because it's Thanksgiving. And I'm giving thanks for loving this industry and loving these great comic books, which are our 20th and 21st century mythology, and for all of you for participating in my show and being such great customers. We are at $30 high bid from Rob Friedrich. So who's going to give me more? Anybody want to give me more? It's at $30 right now. Oh, and I got to tell you something. I'm not trying to bring the show down, but on a serious note. Some of you may have heard already, some of you may not have. You guys who have been on the show all know the name Reyes Galavins. He is a friend of Lightning Rod Collectibles, just like all of you guys are. And he's bought many items from us, again, just like all you guys have. And so has his lovely wife, Lupe. Lupe also had a presence on Facebook Live where she sold costume jewelry for a long time, and she was quite good at it. Well, sadly, I have to report that Lupe has passed on the day, I think it was the day before yesterday, Monday. Monday, she passed away. And I think she was approaching her mid-40s at the time. She had been ailing for some time. Those of you that knew about Lupe and her condition, she suffered from spina bifida. She was wheelchair bound. But from what little I knew of her, she had a zest, a zeal for collecting and being entrepreneurial and selling stuff. She was quite good on her show. And some of you may have even checked her show out when it was on. She had been ill for the past 3 months, and she passed away on Monday. So my heart, and I know you guys too, your hearts go out to Reyes and his family. Lupe leaves behind a teenage daughter named Amber, and of course our buddy Reyes. We are praying for you. We are lifting her up, and so sorry to see her go. We miss her already. Yeah, it's very bad. It's very sad, and I was shocked to hear that. But Godspeed, Lupe. Hang in there, Reyes. Everything is cool. Hope to see you again on the show real soon. We are at $30. Do we have any more bids? Do we have any more bids? The current high bid is $30 on the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 63. The great John Romita Sr. cover. I wonder if anybody knows what you call more than one vulture. You know, like a herd of cats or a murder of crows. What do you call vultures? I put that to you guys. Douglas Wells jumped in for $35, and Doug Pettigrew jumped in for $36, and Rob Friedrich jumped back in for $40. We're at $40 right now. Not that it matters, because it really doesn't. I will sell it. Is it a gaggle? I don't know. I'm asking. And I'm not cheating by looking on the internet. Not to say that anybody else will. Reyes. Dude, we were just talking about Lupe and how we miss her. Hope you are well. Be strong, brother. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you. So thank you. Thank you for at least coming into the show and saying hi. We appreciate you, and we appreciated Lupe, just so you know. Much love to you. We're going to jump in with 2 books after this one, so let's see how much farther we'll go. Is it slowing down? We are currently at $40 on The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 63. Coming up next, The Tomb of Dracula, number 7. Let's type that in the feed, shall we? That's nice. Thank you for that. Thank you, Rob. Douglas Wells is at 45. Just keeping myself occupied. Thank you for all your comments. We are just beginning the process for her mass. Let us know if there's anything we can do, Reyes. Beyond our prayers, of course. Those you have in abundance. Rob Friedrich is at $47. This book is climbing. I am going, as I said before, I'll be saying it all night. I will be selling these books no matter what price they close at. So that means I could lose money on some of these books, but that's okay. It's Thanksgiving. I give thanks to you guys. I wouldn't have the show if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please continue to spread the word. Continue to patronize Lightning Rod Collectibles. And we will bring you more great books like this. 47. You know what? I'm going to break out my gavel since everything is an auction tonight. Everything. Everything, everything. So, gavel. Where is it? I can see it on StreamYard. There it is. Yeah, I can appreciate that. You know, I have not lost my wife, thank God, but I have lost my mother, and I know Amber has just lost her mother. So on that level, I can definitely appreciate, most definitely appreciate. All right, let's see if we can close this issue out. We have $47 going once from Rob Friedrich on The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, Number 63, Double Trouble for the Vultures. No, she's still got hers. You know, I don't know if anybody's seen her new show. You know, it's like almost the same as her old show. You know, of course, I'm watching reruns of her old show on Pluto TV. If you guys, I love Pluto TV because it's on the internet and it's free. So if you don't have it, put it on your system. There's some great movies on there, great shows, some sports. I'm not into the sports stuff, but it's all cool. Even old shows, new shows. Like Three's Company has its own channel. Star Trek The Next Generation has its own channel. Carol Burnett has her own channel. All kinds of great stuff. There's a Bob Ross channel. You know the painter Bob Ross? Where he does like landscape painting in a half an hour? That's good stuff, man. One of these days, I'm going to try my hand at that. Follow one of his episodes, do a canvas for right alongside. Oh, we got some movement. Douglas Wells is at $50, and then Doug Pettigrew has jumped in at 55. And as I said, even though I may lose money, I may not lose money, I'm selling it anyway at whatever it lands at. We are coming close to my break-even point on this issue. Star Trek The Next Generation should have its own channel. Guess what, Doug? It does. And it's got some good stuff. And they don't just it's an all Star Trek channel. They show all of The Next Generation. Plus they show some special movies and documentaries on Trek. In fact, right now, this month, they're showing the new version of Star Trek, the theatrical version with Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto. They're showing that first film. Just saw that again today. Rob Friedrichs is at $56. $56. Going once. Wonder Woman and or WKRP I don't think either of them are on Pluto yet. But Pluto does have the James Bond channel, and I've been enjoying that too. Douglas Wells is at $60. $60 going once from Doug Wells. It's probably no surprise that we won't get to all of the books today. I've got like 26 books and or sets that are scheduled for today's show. Whatever doesn't sell, of course, will be on the next show. The next show is Friday. Friday is our Black Friday show. I'm going to bow out on this issue, says Rob Friedrichs. Doug Pettigrew is also bowed out. So we have Douglas Wells on The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 63 at $60, going twice. Anybody else want to jump in? All right, it looks like the moment of truth is approaching on this issue. What the good fight that Mr. Wells beat me. We said going once, we said going twice, and sold to Douglas Wells. Sold to Douglas Wells for $60. Well, isn't that awesome? Why, of course it's awesome. I like it. And we're going to give Mr. Wells, our good friend Doug, his props. Hey, has anybody seen Hawkeye so far on Disney Plus? The first 2 episodes are now streaming on Disney Plus. Go check it out. It's actually very cool. I'm enjoying it tremendously. All right, the balloons are flying for Doug Wells because he just won The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 63 for $60. It's actually $5 underneath my break-even point, but that is okay. Happy Thanksgiving. Congratulations, Doug Wells. I like it. Let me put it in the feed. Can you do the Omega Men like that? Yes, I can. All right, we are temporarily preempting the Tomb of Dracula and Warlord, and we're going to jump ahead. And that's one thing that I can definitely do. All you have to do is ask. If you know what I'm putting up on the show and you want to see it sooner rather than later, all you have to do is ask me. Oh, cool, cool. I want to take my wife to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. Today is her birthday, and she's enjoying it very, very much. I'm sorry, not today. Tomorrow, the 25th, is her birthday. But the way I look at birthdays, the whole month is our birthday. I look at the whole month of April as my birthday, even though it falls on the 10th, and hers falls on the 25th of November. I look at it as the whole month of November is her birthday. And that's the only way to look at it. So have more fun now. All right. Maybe I'll pull back just a little bit. Okay, here we go. This is a Bronze Age DC Comics auction. This is for all three. You get a set of the first 3 issues of the Omega Men, Volume 1. It's issues 1, 2, and 3. Oh, cool! If she doesn't come on the show, please tell Shuri happy birthday for me. Thank you. That's awesome. All right. Bronze Age DC Comics auction set. The Omega Men, numbers 1, 2, and 3. The story is by Keith Giffen and Roger Slifer. The art is by Keith Giffen and Mike DiCarlo. The covers are by Keith Giffen and Mike DiCarlo, with Mike Collins assisting. Robert says, just found out AMC has an Ecto 1 limited edition popcorn bucket. Don't know the price of it though. That bucket should be, judging from what I know about the other popcorn tins that I have bought from Cinemark, they should be within the neighborhood of between $8 and $12, I'd say. She's on the way home and gonna jump in the hot tub with a friend from work and drink margaritas. Isn't that the life? That's cool. All right, back to the Omega Men. Here's what's noteworthy about these 3 issues. Now, the first 2 appearances of these Omega Men characters was in the pages of Green Lantern. I want to say 140 and 141 of Green Lantern Volume 2, with great covers by George Perez. So these are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th appearances of the Omega Men, plus the origin of the character Brute is in issue 2, and the origin and, well, not the origin, but the first appearance of Lobo, that's Lobo right there, is in issue 3. And this book is the most valuable of these 3. The opening bid is $3, $1 for each issue. And Douglas Wells puts in a $20 bid. $20 is currently the high bid. Let's talk briefly about the stats on these. April, May, and June of 1983. 8.5 very fine plus to 9.0 very fine near mint. That's issue 1. Issue 2, 9.0, very fine near mint to 9.2, near mint minus. 9.3 has got the lowest grade range. It is 7.5, very fine minus, to 8.0, very fine. Opening bid's $3. The current value of these three issues at these grades is $74. This is going to close at whatever it closes at. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Chances are, if Cinemark offers a tin, it's not going to look the same. It's going to look totally different. $20 is currently the high bid. Now, next, unless we have another request, next up is going to be The Tomb of Dracula #7 and Warlord Annual #2. I bought pressing equipment. Hopefully I can improve those grades. Oh, cool. Yeah, you gotta let me know how that works. Because I've been toying with the idea of getting a heat press to press some of the books. The one thing that I'm concerned of, I know there's a lot of wattage that goes through those heat presses. You know, I don't want to blow out any fuses or anything like that. So I'm thinking that I've been thinking about it for a little while now. We're at $22 from Rob Friedrich. Rob Friedrich has the high bid. And in case any of you haven't seen my earlier post today, we got some more great books coming up this schedule. Jack Kirby's The Sandman #1. We've got planned. We've got Luke Cage, Power Man #24. First appearance of Black Goliath. Spectacular Spider-Man 30th anniversary issue. That's #189 with the silver hologram on the cover. We've got a 2-issue set, Who's Who in Star Trek from DC Comics. It goes all the way up to covering the original series, the animated series, Star Trek, the motion picture, Star Trek Wrath of Khan, Star Trek The Search for Spock, and Volume 1 of Star Trek from DC Comics. Douglas Wells is now at 25. Oh, what did Doug say? Just sent my first submissions into CGC, all modern books. Not the Wolverine yet, though. I'm too scared to do that one. I'd be curious to see how it comes back. Warlock, Volume 1, #5 is coming your way. Hey, Amber. How are you, sweetie? Hope all is well with you. So sorry about your mom. We miss Lupe. You guys stay strong. Werewolf by Night #4 is scheduled. Vigilante #1. The Shadow #6 by Michael Kaluta. What else we got? The New Teen Titans, Volume 1, #10. I think that's the third appearance of Deathstroke. Savage Tales magazine from Marvel featuring Conan and Kazar. I'm going to have a professional clean and press it. It will be worth a 9.9, and that would be worth amazing. Yes, I know. Oh, man. We've got Tales of Suspense, a nice copy of Tales of Suspense #71, Avengers 127, Marvel Superheroes number 19. Creatures on the Loose number 11. Oh, we got some great stuff. Swamp Thing number 9 by Bernie Wrightston. That's volume 1. Prez from DC Comics number 1, first issue, volume 1. Dead Man volume 2, number 1 by Andy Helfer and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Oh, what an awesome series that was. The Uncanny X-Men number 140, Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Terry Austin. Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and a couple members of Alpha Flight team up against the Wendigo. Ooh, there's great stuff coming your way. But next up is Tomb of Dracula 7 and Warlord Annual number 2, which, by the way, is from the year 1983. Oh, I'm looking at it. I thought you said it was a popcorn tin. This is a nice, it's a beautiful car. All right, where are we at? We're going to move on a bit. We are at $25 from Doug Wells, going once. $25 from Doug Wells on this set of Omega Men, Volume 1. Your friend called it a popcorn tin? Well, come to think of it, it would be kind of cool if it was a popcorn tin. All right, we're at $25. We just got through saying going once from Douglas Wells. We're going to say $25 going twice. If you want to outbid Doug and be the high bidder on this, now is the time to get your bid in before I call it. I'm getting my post-it note ready. All right. We said going once on this set of Omega Men. We said going twice on this set of Omega Men. And on Douglas Wells's high bid of $25, Lightning Rod says sold. Really? Oh, man. You know what? You gotta see if you can find a picture or have your buddy take a picture of it with the popcorn in it. I'd love to see that. We'll put it over here. This is for not just issue 1, but this is for the entire set. You are welcome. You are welcome. Doesn't matter what I purchased it for. Whatever it closes at is what it closes at. All right, the balloons are flying for Douglas Wells a second time today, but he has just won the Omega Man, the first 3 issues, for $25. All right, moving on. Now, as promised, oh, there it is. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's really cool. I like that photo, Robert. That's awesome. Of course, I can't get that one at Cinemark. I can only go to an AMC theater. And I love me some Cinemark. All right. Rob Friedrich has already put in an opening bid of $1 on the Tomb of Dracula. Let's talk about it. I'm going to put the stats up on the feed. Bronze Age, Marvel Comics, Tomb of Dracula, number 7. Doug Wells says $5 on Tomb. All right. The story is by Marv Wolfman. The art is by Gene Colan and Tom Palmer. When I was in college at the School of Visual Arts, one of my instructors was Gene Colan. I figured that's why you didn't bid on it. I wasn't sure if you did have it, but that's okay. Tom Palmer is the inker on Gene Colan on Tomb of Dracula. The cover is by Larry Lieber. Those of you who don't know that name ought to. Larry Lieber is the brother, the surviving brother, of Stan Lee. Of course, Stan Lee is his pen name, but his actual name was Stanley Lieber. Stanley Lieber. So he just shortened it to Stan Lee. Kind of clever. Tom Palmer inked Larry Lieber on this cover. Larry Lieber is still with us. He's probably approaching his 90s by now. This issue is a key issue. It marks the first appearances of Quincy Harker and his wife Edith Harker. Quincy Harker in the Tomb of Dracula series had that souped up wheelchair that had all these traps waiting to spring on Dracula. Man, that was a great book. Douglas Wells says people sleep on Warlord. It's an amazing series. I think it's ripe for a TV series with some slight modifications. I would tend to agree. That was an awesome series, really. I think I have some Teen Titans issues where they tried to resolve the Warlord storyline. If anybody remembers um, at a time when um, Mike Grell, who created Warlord, was working for an independent comics company called First Comics, and he created a series called John Sable Freelance. Used to love that book. And then it finally went to television. A series called Sable. I want to say the actor who played Sable was named Louis Gilbert, something like that. And the female lead was played by Renee Russo. That was a really good series. Unfortunately, it only lasted for 8 episodes and then it got canceled. Didn't climb to the level that everybody thought it would. Anyway, back to Tomb of Dracula. It came out in March of 1973. The grade range is 5.5, fine minus, to 6.0, fine condition. The opening bid is $1. We are currently at $5. The value of this issue at that grade is $22. We are now at 5. Do I have any more? $5 going once. No bids on Warlord. Coming up next, we're going to do Tales of Suspense, number 71. Iron Man versus the Titanium Man is really a nice copy. And The Avengers, Volume 1, number 127. And that's a milestone issue. Those two are coming up next. $5 from Douglas Wells. Going once. Tomb of Dracula, number 7. $5 going twice from Douglas Wells on Tomb of Dracula, number 7. And sold to Douglas Wells for $5. Well done indeed. Tell her Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving right back at her. Have some extra turkey for me. Okay, we're going to give Doug his props once again. Okay, the balloons are flying. Congratulations, Doug. $5, Tomb of Dracula 7. That's awesome. All right. We'll say bye-bye for now to Travis Morgan, the Warlord. These two are some great ones. How about that Power Man and Sandman? Oh, yes, we can do that. We'll come back to these. We'll come back. I just saw that. There it is. All right. First, Power Man on the left. Okay, on the left, Bronze Age, Marvel Comics, auction. Power Man number 24. Hey, Shuri. How are you? How are you, darling? How are you, sweetheart? Happy Thanksgiving. Always a pleasure to see you. Power Man number 24. The story by Tony Isabella. Art by George Tuska and Dave Hunt. The cover by Gil Kane and Frank Giacoia. First appearance of Black Goliath from April 1975. The grade range is 6.5, fine plus. Oh, we're doing great. Thank you for asking. 6.5 to 7.0, which is a fine, very fine. My father was supposed to come into town for Thanksgiving, but he couldn't pretty much last minute. So he's still in Martinique. I would have loved to have seen him. But everybody is well. Power Man number 24 at its current grade range is at a $22 value. We're looking for an opening bid of $1. And while I'm waiting on any bids on that, I sure will. Thank you so much. The book on the right, The Sandman, Volume 1. Bronze Age DC Comics. The Sandman Volume 1, Number 1. Rob Friedrich put in a $1 bid on Power Man, number 24. Meanwhile, let me give you the stats on Sandman. Volume 1, Number 1. The story is by Joe Simon, which is actually kind of cool because back in the 40s, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby teamed up to create Captain America. This story here is by Joe Simon, art by Jack Kirby with inks by Mike Royer. The cover is Jack Kirby with inks by Frank Giacoia. Oh, look at that. Frank Giacoia inked both covers in front of you. This first issue of the Sandman marks the first appearance of the Sandman and his associates, Groot and Glob. This came out winter 1974, which is actually December. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. The grade range on Sandman is 7.5, very fine minus, to 8.0, very fine condition. The opening bid is $1. $5 on each, Douglas Wells says. The Sandman at that grade, that's the word I was looking for. At that grade range is currently at a value of approximately. All right, we've got $5 on each one. $5 on Power Man, $5 on Sandman. $5 going once on Power Man, $5 going once on Sandman. Both bids from Douglas Wells. $5 going twice on Luke Cage Power Man, number 24, and The Sandman, number 1. All right. We did going once, we did going twice, and for the pair, $5 each for Power Man number 24 and Sandman number 1. Sold. Both books to Douglas Wells. Let me do the Post-its. All right. give Rob his props. I'm sorry, we're going to give Doug his props. All right, the balloons are flying once again for Doug Wells. He's proving to be the big winner tonight. Oh, wait a minute. Which one did Rob win? Which book did you win, Rob? Or did you not win any yet? That's what I thought. Okay. That confused me for a quick second. That's okay. I need my sleep. Oh, let me give you your props on Power Man, too. Yes, I do need my sleep. Tonight was my first day off in almost 30 days. All right. So now you've got both props in. One for Power Man, one for Sandman. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, here we go with the next one, which is what I was just about to put up before we got sidetracked. Alright. Perusing my notes for these two. Here we go. On the left, Silver Age, Marvel. Run the ones you have left, brother, and then who's who. All right. On the left, Tales of Suspense. $5 each on Tales of Suspense and Avengers. All right, let's go over each of these. Tales of Suspense, a Silver Age Marvel Comics auction. Tales of Suspense Volume 1, number 71. Stories are by Stan Lee. Art is by Don Heck and Wally Wood and Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott. The cover is by Jack Kirby and Wally Wood. So Tales of Suspense, as you know, features Iron Man and Captain America stories from the Silver Age. They were brand new stories back then. An appearance by the Titanium Man in the Iron Man story from November 1965. The grade, Rob, on Tales of Suspense is, I consider it a very high grade. It is 7.0, fine, very fine, to 7.5, very fine minus condition. And let me also tell you that the current value at that grade range for Tales of Suspense number 71 is $50. We're looking for an opening bid. Our opening bid for today's show is $1. Rob says $7 on Tales of Suspense. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. While we're waiting to see if that climbs anymore, let's tell you about the Avengers. It's a Bronze Age Marvel Comics auction item. The Avengers. $1 opening bid. The Avengers Volume 1, number 127. Bronze Age Marvel Comics auction item. The Avengers Volume 1, number 127. The story is by Steve Englehart. Art by Sal Buscema and Joe Staton, with John Romita Sr. doing art assists. The cover is by Gil Kane, with inks by Mike Esposito. with an assist from John Romita Sr. This is a key issue. Why? It is the wedding of Quicksilver of the Mutants and Crystal of the Inhumans. This is part 1 of 2. The story continues in Fantastic Four, Volume 1, number 150. And that was published September 1974. This issue also marks the first appearance of Ultron 7. And there is an intact Marvel value stamp in the letters column featuring Doctor Strange as drawn by Steve Ditko. From September 1974, this issue came out. The grade range is 7.0, fine, very fine, to 7.5, very fine, minus. And we have an opening bid of $1 from Rod Friedrich. Ooh, we've got a jump. $8 on Tales of Suspense. And he is already at 5 on Avengers. Sorry, your Avengers bid, your previous Avengers bid did not come through, but I'm glad you restated it. So, oh, look at this. Rob Friedrich is back, and he bids $10 on Tales of Suspense. $10, Tales of Suspense. Who will give me more? Anyone higher than $10 on Tales of Suspense? Douglas is $11. Douglas is the man to beat now, $11. Right back. You're watching Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. Happy Thanksgiving, gobble gobble. All right, my friends, I'm back. Let's see what we got. The music got ominous. Oh, we see Rob Friedrichs climb to $15 with Tales of Suspense. And Doug Wells is bowing out of Tales of Suspense. So we're going to say $15 going once on Tales of Suspense 71 by Rob Friedrich. And we are also going to say $5 going once on Avengers. If my 5 bid for Avengers hold, cool. If not, no worries. Happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Same to you, my brother. Enjoy your Turkey Day. I know I will. We're going to say going twice on $15 for Tales of Suspense and $5 for the Avengers. Yeah. Always get what you can. And we said going once on both books, and we said going twice on both books. So now we say sold on both books. Rob Friedrich at $15 for Tales of Suspense. Douglas Wells on $5 for the Avengers. Okay, let's write this up. All right. Oops. Sorry about that. Everything is good. All right. Let's give you your props. Okay, on the Avengers, we'll say that Douglas Wells has the balloons flying for him. The Avengers 127 for $5. And now, for Tales of Suspense, all right. Now we're giving Rob Friedrichs his first props of the night. Winning Tales of Suspense, Volume 1, number 71 for $15. That's great. Absolutely terrific. All right, what's next? Great reprint issue. So is this. It looks like there's somebody else here. I was having some difficulties with the picture for a couple minutes. Now it looks like you're the only one here again. Did you see, Rob, did you see all the other books that were scheduled for today's show? All right, here's some of the other books that we got. Let me show you. There's these two, and you stop me if any one of them strikes your fancy. That's the latest. Well, it's not the latest, but it's a recent Moon Knight. That's volume 10, number 1. Creatures on the Loose, number 13. The New Teen Titans, volume 1, number 10. I believe that's the third appearance of Deathstroke. Savage Tales, issue number 5. Black and White magazine from Marvel, featuring Conan the Barbarian and Khazar the Savage Land. The Spectacular Spider-Man number 189. It is the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man Spectacular. It's got this foil silver hologram. Who's Who in Star Trek, issue number 1 and issue number 2. 2-issue series. Beautiful Howard Chaykin covers. Warlock, volume 1, number 5, versus the Doctor Doom of Counter-Earth. Fantastic Four, number 108, that's volume 1. That's pretty much right after Jack Kirby left the book. Swamp Thing, volume 1, number 9. Prez, volume 1, number 1, first teen president of the USA. Dead Man, great series. This 4-issue miniseries. This is number 1 of volume 2. The original Werewolf by Night, number 4, drawn by the great Mike Ploog. The Shadow, volume 1, number 6. That's from Michael William Kaluta. Vigilante, number 1. The Uncanny X-Men, number 140. The Wendigo runs amok. And Origin, number 2. This is the Scotty Young variant cover. That's everything that we have for today's show. What do you think, Rob? Well, it looks like we might have to end the show early. Sure can. I sure can, Rob. Next show is Friday. Friday's our Black Friday show. More deals, more comics, more collectibles too. Well, my friends, you have been watching episode number 451 of Lightning Rod Comics and Collectibles. Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. Thank you for joining me. It's always a good time. Can't do shows without you. You are what makes these shows exciting. So thank you. Your patronage is greatly appreciated. Be sure to like and share our show on Facebook, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lightning Rod Collectibles. You'll be glad you did.